Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun.
Bottles of Coors Light? Oh, I guess that would be like a glass
bottles
bottle.
of Coors Light.
In my head, I was thinking bottles like Sprite bottles. You know, like
yeah,
all
the
plastic.
The fancy ones, yeah.
But
We're going to be classy on this podcast.
They're from the leftovers that we didn't drink last week. Last weekend.
oh, the wedding.
Oh, they're the big cans, not the... and a couple bottles.
They're in my room.
I didn't remember seeing bottles at all.
The bottles, I don't know where it came from.
Huh?
I already have a big hair.
Wait, where are the bottles at?
They were in my room.
Why were you
Ladies and gentlemen,
Why were you hoarding all the good stuff?
Welcome to a beautiful
For yourself, you know?
Pat into the mic, my friend.
It was a side
Oh,
conversation.
I gotta get back up and get that camera.
I was in the microphone.
All right, that's good. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you here again for joining us on a actual Saturday night
Pregame?
Here we go,
Yeah,
boys.
yeah.
So, thank you, Joseph. We had to fix. So, if you have watched any of the YouTubes recently,
Of course they have.
of course, you would be sadly.
They've been just trash.
You'd be so upset because the limp to video, not good. And I read why, because of the error on that card shenanigans. There was all types of issues. So
Was just trash.
we got a new card. I put all the. I swear I put all the sounds on there. We're gonna have the Pick'em song back, Chris.
Yeah.
And then I put it in and it read error card. And I read online if that happens you have to reformat the card. And I knew I was gonna lose everything.
Oh, that's boo. That's a boo.
And for that reason,
I'm going to hit this button. I know it's not a boo, but pretend it's a boo.
close enough. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We are popping the first beer of the weekend. Cheers, boys. I feel good. Pat's first beer on the podcast.
As a married man.
Married man. Pat, but you've heard this all week. Is there anything different?
Nope.
Your impression of the wedding.
I had a good time. I thought it was fun. A lot of fun. Everybody seemed to have enjoyed themselves.
What's the worst part of the wedding?
What was the worst part of the wedding?
Give me the down. Give me. Nobody cares how good your wedding was. Give me something that you didn't enjoy about the wedding.
There were an obscene amount of photos taken by
Oh,
the
yeah.
photographer.
Yeah,
It's
Pat,
always
yeah.
surprising the number of photos
Also,
you
the
take.
second was during the Scott's speech, looking over across the dance floor, seeing my my uncle, shaking a cane at my aunt was a good one. That was solid.
Wait, let me see where this one's at on here, ladies and gentlemen. Will there be a fight?
Yep.
Oh, we all went no. Okay.
Oh, you guys got that one wrong.
That doesn't surprise me.
Didn't even
Okay.
get dinner on the table before that happened.
Yeah, first speech. Had
The
to
minestrone
separate them.
soup was still being plated in the back.
Do we call one of the groom or bride's family puke? Do we consider Uncle Tom shitting himself?
No.
I'm right of that.
I think it counts.
No, I don't think it does.
I does.
Okay.
That's a whole different type of...
Just coming out of one
Did
side. One side of the
Sarah
other,
puke,
Chris.
Joe?
She did, yes.
I guess that is family.
Yep.
We'll leave it out. We all said yes, so it doesn't really count point-wise anyways. But not to... So, okay, so, yeah, the family...
What was the over-under on the closing down the bathroom one?
I don't think that was an option at that stage.
Was it you? No, it was me and was it me, you, Joe, who went in there to take a pee, or was it me and John who went in there and your uncle was in the stall? And holy hell, did it smell so bad in that bathroom?
Yeah, I mean, I was in there. I was in there for a while. I saw a lot of people as I just kind of stood there waiting for them.
Yeah,
Joe had some company for a while,
I
too.
popped in and out.
At a certain point, the wedding or not the wedding, like the
Everything started.
everything started. All the groomsmen are taking photos, and is it me and Chris?
Yeah, it was me and you.
Chris is waiting like an absolute sweetheart, and everybody takes this big group photo, and we're just sitting there waiting for Uncle Tom to get out of the shitter, and we're like, you know what, fuck him, and just like
I told Pat, it's like you're gonna see a picture of me and Joe at clearly the wrong table.
Oh yeah, we did do a table photo.
Oh, yes, to do the table
Our
photos.
tables were gone, so yeah, Chris and I.
We hopped in with the parents.
Yeah, when I see Uncle Tom, I was in the cocktail. I had the ceremony and I went to the cocktail hour. Obviously, I missed most of that with pictures.
Yep.
And I see Uncle Tom rolling in before Katrina and I are about to like walk out to the room or whatever. Mm-hmm. And like Brian Hamilton's out there, and Brian Hamilton's like tying his tie for him and putting it on. And I'm like,
oh yeah,
I thought he literally just gotten there, like right. But no. I found out later that he was just out by the bar for like a whole cocktail hour slamming beers, like it was his job.
Really?
I went to help him out of the car when he got there. No tie in hand. I was like, oh, you know what? He's in his 80s. Dude's just gonna rock it, like open button shirt.
That was fine. Why not?
And then all of a sudden, yeah, there he is tying a tie.
He had pants on.
5 seconds before.
He didn't for a portion of it.
Pepsi had a great
There
line.
were parts of the
Pepsi had a
night
good
with no
line.
pants.
To my mom.
What's that?
Pepsi went to, I guess the Pepsi came to my mom at some point. And she's like, my mom was like, hey, are you looking after Uncle Tom? And Pepsi went something along the lines of like, that I've had one beer and in the same time he's had 3.
Oh, he was slamming him, huh?
Oh,
He was, yeah.
He's
was
good
putting
at kind of high. Well, maybe I wasn't really paying attention. I guess I'm not really watching Uncle Tom. But I'm like, where is he putting all these beers?
I went up there once. He was up there one time when I was getting drinks, and he got 2. He was getting 2 at a time for himself.
Oh wow,
So he was putting them away.
dude was crushing it.
nice.
He came back down at like 10:55 towards the end of the night of the reception
I heard this.
part.
Yeah, I heard this too.
And I was like, no. He had a.
It was like I'm not gonna lie to you. Sorry, not to cut you off really quick. I'm not gonna lie to you. We're all dancing, and the music kind of stopped a little bit for a hot second, and it was like the Grim Reaper he's at the bottom of the stairs, just
He's
staring
just
at
like
everybody.
lurking at
Yes.
the other end of
We're
the
all-
hall.
Where's that
Oh,
beer? I can smell beer.
Oh no. And I saw Uncle Tom, and I was like, hey, Uncle Tom, what are you doing out here? He's like, oh, I'm looking for a beer. I didn't even realize I had 2 beers in my hand. I just start like walking him back.
There's
to the
no
room. I was
beer
like-
left.
I was like, the whole party's ending in 5 minutes. There's no beer left. It's whatever. Get him up to the bed, not even paying attention that I have 2 beers. He goes, give me one of those. And I was like, well, I started drinking this one, so here you go. And then I just got the fuck out of there again.
Nice.
But that was like a moment of like, oh shit, he's back. Like,
oh my God.
The whole party took a deep breath.
there, like if there were records, they would have scratched.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It was such a
Such a ridiculous moment.
I found out earlier today with Pat that we have converted Uncle Tom from Miller Genuine Draft to Coors Light.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a tremendous beer.
Some,
It
he got
is.
some today.
Yeah, I got some today and 2 bottles of wine.
Shopping, yeah.
He's got a fever.
How do you know that, Chris? What?
They already took him
Yeah, right,
grocery
totally.
shopping. He told us the shopping list. I'm like, is he throwing a dinner party tonight for himself?
He had 2 24-packs and 2 bottles of wine.
This was maybe
Nothing else.
at this was maybe
potatoes.
at he had some food in there. Lots of steak, lots of meat, a little bit of fish. But
This is at 10:30.
maybe like 10:30, yeah.
And then Joe had to take him back out at 2:30 to
I
get more beer.
I see him coming in from the alley, and I was like, like in my head, I was like, was he overnight at somebody's house? Like, there's no way he's. And then I saw Uncle Larry, and I was like, oh, okay. He's going grocery shopping. I got you.
So we forgave Uncle Larry for missing that doctor's appointment, huh?
Yeah, real necessity breeds forgiveness.
Oh, good Lord. How does Uncle Tom actually like that basement?
He's very happy.
Oh, he's good.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
No, yeah, it's a nice place. I was just wondering if he.
less stairs for him to clear him up and down.
That's true. Yeah, there's only the stair, and we put a railing in the back now, so he's got a railing leading into the.
Doesn't sound like he goes to the
basement.
front too often.
No. We put 2 railings up there. He doesn't use either one of those.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Well, you know what though? I got to give it to your uncle. He doesn't start it. Your Aunt Nancy. I could tell your Aunt Nancy.
Oh,
Like for
yeah.
no reason, he's just sitting there pounding beers, having.
Well, Nancy filled up his wine and then she yelled at him about drinking too much. So it's like a dichotomy.
That's exactly
Oh,
what it
that
was.
was a
She
solid
like, You're
move.
drinking too much. And he's like, oh, my stomach is sore. She goes, yeah, that's because you're fucking drinking so much. And blah, 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 blah.
Oh.
On the Margaret right there.
Oh yeah.
And then the
Yes.
cane's coming out.
And then my dad was just getting pissed. And I was like, oh, my God, please just make it through the speech.
Yeah.
And your now father-in-law handled it like a champion. Gave it like 5 seconds, kind of like the teacher thing.
Yeah.
I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to let them.
Okay.
Let
5
him duke it
seconds.
out.
I just see Joe
And-
over there like
and-
like a
I was like-
a kid yelling at your kids like shut
I
up.
felt like a teacher. I was like a parent. I was just like, we got
One second.
I told my
And-
dad I told my dad the other day it's like I'm like it's like you guys are so old now that it's reverse roles where we're young.
Oh, yeah.
These days.
Here's the other thing. Who thought it was a bright idea to put them center spot stage?
Yeah, that's
Put them in the corner. You let them mud wrestle if they need to in the goddamn corner.
that was a poor decision by the planning
Katrina was doing
committee there.
the table planning.
Sarah, tremendous idea. Send them in the back in the corner. They could have been fighting all day. Nobody would have known.
No, Sarah's right next to the dance floor. They were right in front there too.
No, they were off to the side.
No, they were right in the middle.
No,
Sarah's were right
I
in the
think
dance floor in the middle.
I thought Uncle Tom. At least
He was right by my parents, I thought. They were way behind. No?
Oh,
the table
yeah.
right in front of the dance floor.
we were all
were in
like,
the back.
We were all like it was literally like in a line. It was my table with Sarah, my parents, and his like our family, and then your parents were just like right next to them. So I mean, it was off to the. They were in a line.
we were all the way in the back. Our parents. We were by the Hamilton family. We were the back. We were literally
back of the bus.
We were literally the
Oh, I
closest
guess
table
it was
so
like
far.
round-
You're winning, Joe. They were
then.
very well behaved comparatively.
Oh, of course.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Because Joe had to
They
talk
could
with
tell-
them.
They could.
It digressed quite a bit at mine very quickly.
At a point, yeah. Well, after Scott finished his speech, which Dude handled it like a champ. 5 seconds of just like, you guys gonna stop? Nope. Okay, I'm just gonna talk over you, and I'm gonna end the speech real quick. Did that, and then got to Uncle Tom, had him sit at my table, and I sat with the children at the other table.
Children being the 80-year-old and 70-year-old aunts and uncles.
Not today.
Yeah, we could do this any other day.
Get Joe's dad to calm down.
Shut the fuck up about the drinking? Just shut the fuck up. There's no need to antagonize anything right now. Let him drink his ass off. He's done. That was a great thing, too. He's like, as soon as dinner was over, he's like, I'm going to bed. I was like, yeah. Whoosh.
Did he even eat dinner?
Yeah, he did.
He did. Yep.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I didn't think he did either. I couldn't quite remember if he did. But I know I helped Joe get him upstairs.
Didn't realize like how bad it was because me and Chris left for the photos, and then we go to take him back to the bathroom later on in the night, and there's a guy in the bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
I felt so bad for this. It was like something out of a movie. There's a cone in the door, like a do not enter. And I was like, oh, sorry. And he goes, someone shit.
It's Bob Saget.
Everywhere.
Bob Saget's like,
He
there's
was
shit
so
everywhere.
Angry. He didn't yell. He just said, you can't use the bathroom. Someone shit everywhere. And I was like, oh, Uncle Tom, let's take you to the other bathroom over down this way.
I pulled the lady aside. I'm like, I understand if we have to pay extra for that. I'm sorry.
Dude, I have no idea how.
I don't know. Yeah, what he was doing in that bathroom.
She said no. She told me no, and I'm like, are you sure?
I have absolutely no idea what he did. Missed the toilet. He made it. Yeah, I don't know, man.
When I heard that, when I heard the bathroom was closed.
At least he didn't shit his pants.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Probably shit everywhere else, evidently.
Well, that's what'll happen when you drink too much beer, though.
I guess.
You gotta get the bubble gut.
I guess.
Bubble gut. Wow.
Especially after 84 years.
All right, so let's put it. Let's put it. Well, we'll get to here. Let's put it on the scale. We've been to quite a few now, ladies and gentlemen. Always a bridesmaid, never a bride. But where do we rank in Pat's wedding? Food was pretty good. Soup was good. Steak, not so great. Chicken was really good. Dessert, tremendous. Even though it scared the shit out of me.
There was dessert.
There was a cupcake.
Yeah, there was cupcakes in the corner.
It was cake batter in the middle. And I'm like, oh, this is not cooked. I'm going to get sick. And she's like, it's fucking cake batter, you jackass. I was like, oh, it's good. I didn't stop eating it. I was not scared enough to.
Sick.
Cupcakes were great. Coffee bar. That coffee, his coffee bar had to be refilled 3 times.
Holy
That's
Jesus.
funny.
Alcohol selection, tremendous.
Yep.
Venue, I thought it was a little old, but I like the area. Cocktail hour, I thought it was a little weird. The actual place where Pat had the wedding, I thought was very beautiful. Katrina did out of control amazingness on all the stuff that she did.
Decorations, yeah.
Pat's food wise probably on one of the lower end for me, but Pat's music was. That was my fear. It was so top notch. There was Chris and me counted it. We did not. There was not one break.
I told the guy no banger. I told him all bangers.
All bangers.
No, there was not one.
I was not
stop in the break.
I was not expecting that. Every time
I was very specific.
I was out of the room. I was like, I'm just gonna come rushing back in because this is a banger. This is a banger.
I'm not even kidding you. We got again. Chris and I. We're not. We're not gloating or anything, but we didn't stop dancing. My mom said she's like. You guys didn't get off the dance floor. But she's also like, why do you guys
your friends?
Why are you always dancing with dudes? And I'm like, Mom, who do you want me to dance with there?
Oh my God. It was the next day was really funny.
Oh,
that
so
lady, Katrina's aunt.
She said that to us.
Which
too.
aunt was it?
I don't know. She has the weird son.
She had curly hair and a
Dark
son
hair?
with darker hair.
Because her Aunt Mary.
And
who got me a very nice set of whiskey glasses and decanter for
oh, nice.
gift.
Oh, nice. I thought she was going to get you a bread maker.
I could use a bread maker.
Okay, so this is what she said to me.
Okay, and I'll tell you what she said to us.
We're getting checked out.
Yeah. Actually, slide in. Hangover, not an issue for me. Not at all.
Flew the next day. I was tired.
Oh, yeah. But that was about it. Tired,
I was dying. I woke up fine. About 10 a.m., it's like a freight train hit me, and I'm like, oh, this is not good.
Oh yeah.
Slept for about 4 hours, and I felt much better.
I forced Chris to work out right away with me, and then we napped afterwards, and it was great.
I got up, and I was like, I'm feeling. I pounded 2 liquid IVs, and I'm like, I feel okay. And then we went to breakfast, and I ate a little bit, and I'm like, oh.
You don't ever eat when after a night of drinking.
Like a freight train hit me, and I'm sitting there. Yeah. Katrina's like going through pictures of her mom and stuff. I'm like, I look at Katrina, I'm like, I'm dying. We need to go. We need to leave. That's right.
But you never eat after a night.
I didn't eat much. I had a little bit. Just
no, screw you. It'll end. I don't know why that happens. Why for me? But I've noticed a few more people now that have told same thing. But used to be like you would get nasty drunk food. And
although I think I might have woke up still drunk. To be honest.
But potentially.
Oh, definitely woke up still drunk.
Yeah, Lauren had anxiety. She left at 8 in the morning. Me and Chris didn't leave till 10:30.
But she left
Oh,
you guys by
wow.
yourself.
She left me. Yeah, she has. She's like,
Bye.
she's like. I just called Chris. I'm like, Chris, just don't leave me, and I went back to bed.
That's funny.
But okay, so the lady, so Pat's or Katrina's aunt talked to. So when we were walking out,
Don't think I spoke to this lady the whole time.
I never seen her. I saw her
don't-
son come on the dance floor. I think once.
I was headbanging with the son and
Yeah.
Katrina's sister.
Yeah,
and
Katrina's
somebody-
sister and Chris were kindred spirits on the dance floor. There.
Chris
Yeah.
was like Chris. I've never seen Chris this social in my life. By the way, but
I was killing it.
Yeah.
I was
you were
all
killing it. You were honestly
Chris
killing
McGraw
it.
was everywhere.
I was
All right.
everywhere. I was helping Joe out. Trying to be.
He's
trying
the
to be
everyman.
Yeah.
Chris
Every
McGraw was
man.
the Waldo of the wedding party. Everywhere
Yep.
you needed him, there he is.
Yeah.
Where is he? You're gonna find
Oh,
him.
yeah. All right, Jessica. So what did the lady say to you?
So she goes, "Oh, you're part of. You were at the wedding last night, right?" I go, "Yeah." She goes, "Oh, you were with the guys who were dancing." I go, yeah, "Oh yeah, that's us. We love to dance. We drink and dance. Those are the two things we do best." She's like, "Yeah, I love a man who can dance, and you guys can dance." I was like, "Oh, thank you. Yes, I am checking out right now. Yeah, here's the card." And she was sweet after, but it was just
Yes.
like very weirdly worded, and there was a
Oh, yeah.
longer stare. I was like, "Is she married?
Nope.
Is this a hitting on
Yep,
thing?"
probably.
Yeah. But she was like, yeah. The line, "I love a man that can dance, and you guys can dance." And I was like, all right, statement made.
Got it.
Message came in.
Very
loud and
clear. This your son behind me. We're a little weirded out.
Yeah, I was like, is this her son? He looks what?
Yeah, not good.
He's like our age, yeah.
Yeah.
We were walking out, so we have gotten out the doors. The fresh air just hits you. It's a beautiful Sunday, by the way. Beautiful Sunday.
Beautiful
Gorgeous.
weekend weather-wise. We got
Oh, yeah.
really nice.
My room was so warm, by the
Oh,
way.
All the rooms were warm.
we opened all the
No,
windows.
my
Holy
windows
fuck.
were wide open. I was nice.
We opened our window, and we had a brick wall about 4 feet away, so we had no airflow in our room.
Oh, I did like.
I turned the fans on in my room, like the ACs. I turned the fans on in mine.
We had them on high.
Yeah.
We had out on low, and it just didn't.
Yeah.
wanna
Yeah,
do
Joe's.
anything.
I went into Joe's room with him when he changed his shoes, and Joe is not going to be a happy camper. He had the temperature low. He had the fan on. He had the windows open. It was still about 90
The
degrees
worst thing
there.
for me was, like,
and it was pumping hot air.
in mine, like first of all, the worst for me was they were that whatever building they're constructing across the street, they were power washing that at like 7 a.m. on Saturday morning, and it's like blasting. I'm like, what the fuck? And then Frank's like texting me like I'm here. I'm like, Frank walks in. I'm like, is it fucking raining out? he's like,
Chris had the
he's like, no,
best-
they're
Oh,
power
he
washing.
did.
I'm like, oh god. someone
Chris's
kill me.
room was perfect. We got the windows open.
My favorite part was
Windows
my favorite
huge
part was
open.
that
Yes.
Just tons of breeze.
Oh, it was great.
the way the hotel was set up. It was kind of it was a bit confusing. But there's like 300 room levels in this on the side that like
Oh,
the ballroom
yeah.
and by my side, and people are like, my dad's like, my room doesn't exist. It's not here. It's just not
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
That's when I came looking for your room. 315. Yeah, I got the fucking number, Pat. It's not on. There's no. I walked this whole way,
yeah.
whole hallway back and forth.
I guess
and
I should have
then
specified
didn't
that.
realize that there
lady,
was.
the lady did tell me that like people who like were part of the block that they tried to put them above the hall because obviously they're part of the wedding and the noise won't affect. you as
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
And that totally made sense. I mean, I think almost.
They probably could have
everybody was on
specified that a
side.
little better, but
I just didn't realize that there was two sides.
I didn't realize they're numbered them the
Of the
same. I
hotel.
didn't realize they numbered them the same. I knew there were two sides. I did not know they numbered them like the same.
Yeah,
number.
Yeah, so but it was great. So and mine. So when Lauren left at 8, I busted both windows open. I got it to like freezer ass cold. It was beautiful. Woke up about 10, feeling great. Helped Chris clean up. We cleaned up the room. We're good. We're walking out like we're just by the parking lot. And like there's a few we saw your one of your actually Uncle Tom and your other uncle.
Yeah, Uncle Tom was in the.
Yeah, Uncle
Yeah.
Tom, and no, I saw Nora and Nancy in the morning. They like Irish goodbye to Uncle Tommy and Uncle Tom. And they went for breakfast by themselves.
That's so funny. She called me at like 9.
And Uncle Tommy comes down. She's like, where'd they go? I'm like, they didn't tell me. Sorry.
She calls me at 9. She's like, "Where's Uncle Tom?" I was like, "I don't know. I put him in his room. I didn't check on him.
Yeah.
Going back to bed." She's like, "Okay, we'll find him."
So
He's on the dance floor. Where's the fires at?
we found them, or so they were sitting out in front waiting. We said goodbye to them, like just asked. We didn't even stop. We're like, bye.
Yeah.
Just did not want to get involved in any of that. We're really hoping we didn't see anybody. We get out the door. It's like nice. Okay, we're good. And we're like an inch, like a foot away from our car, and this lady like, were you guys were on the dance floor last night? We're like, yeah, we have a good time. She's like, you guys could really dance. Like, you guys look like you were having fun. And I'm like, yeah, that's kind of our thing. She's like, more guys need to do what you guys do. you guys look like you're having a really good time. Or like, yeah, no, thank you. We really did. It was awesome.
She's like, pass it on. I'm
Pass it.
like, what?
Yeah. We're like, we're going to go. We got to go.
I remember the meeting with the DJ, and I was like, and we were talking to the guy, and I'm like, look, I told him, here's what I told him. Katrina, I gave him a list of songs that like must plays and stuff. I told him what I didn't want played, and then I was like, I told him that I wanted the Pump It Up into Fisher.
Oh yeah, that's good.
And he forgot it the first time, and he's like, I'll get it. He told me, he's like, I'm so sorry, I forgot it. I'll get you later on, which is why they played Pump It Up a second time.
Oh, even better.
Which is why they played it a second time. And then they suggested the other one, where it's like Sandstorm into whatever other song they went to. He's like, we've been doing that lately.
I would have much rather had the beginning of Sandstorm than where he played Sandstorm.
But like
I mean,
that was because
you never got the.
Yeah, it was a suggestion for them. I'm like, at the time it sounded good. But I was very specific, and I told him like, I don't know if you've been out lately, but I want this to be a combination of like throw some oldies in there, and then give me Lottie's and Enjoy, and the Hang Up downstairs, and I want those intermixed the rest of the evening.
I don't feel like I heard a lot of oldie songs.
The oldies were
got
pretty
one
good.
oldie song, and it was the
like,
twist, baby.
Yeah, the twist.
That was because Big Mike. That was on the Bus Play.
Yeah, that was great.
I felt like there was maybe one other one, but there was
one
like,
that your dad loved. Like there was like maybe an Elvis song. I forget if it was an Elvis but he was dancing like Elvis.
Yeah.
And that made him super happy, which I thought was awesome.
and that was earlier in the night.
I thought September was a good song to start it with.
Oh, it was
everybody
tremendous.
on.
Tremendous.
It's like a song that all people like. Like all the generations will know that song and like the song, so I thought it'd be good to get everybody out. And then from there, it's like actually like the last half an hour from Chance the Rapper's song to the end of the night was basically all the songs that I put on the list.
It was sick. It was absolutely sick.
That's where I was able. Yeah,
that was basically that was.
I
like,
think I came back at Chance.
He
the
went
Rapper
like
after
he
walking
basically
up
he took what
back
I put on there, and that was like one after the other.
No, it was dude, I'm telling you, Joe. You know it was a good night when you touched Joe and you're like, oh Lord.
Yeah, Joe looks a little sweaty.
It was insane. It was so good.
My favorite part of the dance floor was when they put the "Shut Up and Dance with Me" song on, and Peter's just looking for Joe.
Yeah,
everybody's looking for Peter and Joe, and there's no Joe.
You know, it's funny. Katrina played that song specifically because she's like, that's Peter and Joe's song, and then Katrina mentioned it too. She's like, that was played, and then Joe was nowhere to be found.
It's okay. I snapped in.
Yeah,
it was like he was there.
That's I gotta go.
I even tried to FaceTime him.
I think I came back like after that song.
I wouldn't grab you. I was like, all right, enough of this.
Yes.
Enough of this.
Oh, that's what it was. I was talking to the bridesmaids. That's that moment.
I tried to get
Eric,
I tried to get a few songs that I knew everybody liked. I got Fisher for Peter. I got Kelly Clarkson for Chris McGraw over here for my.
I got Pump It Up too.
I got Pump It Up too. I got something for you too, Joe. I forget which one it was for you that you liked.
There was a couple things. I mean, it could have been
Chance.
Chance.
Yeah,
That's right for Joe. And then I got Fall Out Boy for Hamilton for all the Hamiltons.
Dude, I mean, it was the Hamiltons are the best, by the way.
Going into it, Pat was very like, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with the music.
It was
so
so
it really
good.
left it up to like, is this going to be just shit? Like, is this going to be weird?
Pat could be thrown into Harlem Avenue and fending for himself in 4 lanes of traffic.
It was like such a
butt naked.
And then the first few songs were like very just open to the public, good, get people on the dance floor.
Perfect.
There was
The guy did a good job of telling what I told him I wanted. He did a good job of like mixing
putting
it and
him in
blending it all throughout the
yeah,
night. Like,
because there was a flow. Like it was like kind of oldies got everyone on. Then there was a couple
and
group dances,
got
everybody.
Like on the list, I was like, these are for like me and my guy and like my boys. Like, I
Yeah.
don't like these songs, and I think he almost like he made a note. He's like, yeah, that'll be the last half an hour of the night.
Yeah.
Okay, let's start with the list. Last week,
the dating
episode
game?
161, we played the over-under wedding game.
Oh, I clearly lost.
And, all right, let's start with, will the ceremony start on time?
Did not.
Did not.
I had no.
Nope. It did not.
Joseph, Chris, out.
Damn.
Does the groom cry, yes or no?
We all said no.
Nope. Joe said yes.
Oh.
Joe.
I thought Pat would.
I got a little misty, but I did not because I'm staring
No,
at.
yeah.
I'm looking at the bridal party, which all 4 of them were bawling in the right corner, and then I'm like, okay, can't look over there. Look at Katrina's family, like half of them are bawling. I'm like, I guess I'm just gonna look at the ground now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody get Chris's bald head on the other side.
Someone give me Chris over here.
All right. Does the bride cry, yes or no?
She did not.
She did not.
not.
She's looking at you.
She
Jabroni.
came
She's looking at you.
close,
Yeah,
yeah.
We both came close. We couldn't look like it was like we both got a little misty, but like
She
it wasn't
came.
to the point
She
where-
came close when her friend was saying the poem and everything, but
Yes.
did not.
Yeah.
Who says I do first?
I guess it was me, right?
It was Pat.
Damn it, Chris, we suck.
Well,
Pat's up 1, or Joe's up 1 now.
Oh.
All right. First
That's just luck. I had no idea.
First dance song.
None of
No,
us. got it.
no, but that was,
I knew you were all wrong on that
Couldn't
one.
even tell you what it was.
It was
at the
it was
Oh,
Fade
yeah.
Into You by Mazzy Star, which is like a '90s alternative.
okay.
Like you know. So.
no fucking chance. Would anybody
Length of the best man speech. Over under on 3 minutes.
Nobody
anyone clock
timed
it?
it, so everybody's going to win that one.
Okay. Length of matron of honor speech.
Nobody
Over,
timed
under.
it, so
I
we're
feel
all
like-
Oh
gonna-
no! I had it.
Oh, did you?
So Joe and you had it. I had under 3 minutes. It was 4:05 or 3. It's honestly 3, and I have a picture of it. 3:05.
Oh, Joseph, we're nailing it.
I picked under, didn't I? Too on that one, I think.
I
Under.
honestly felt like yours came in around 4 minutes. I fucked it up.
Oh, we were both saying that. Me and Joe were saying that. And Joe, you were like halfway through the speech. You're like, are we timing this? I'm like, no, we all win this one.
That's
now.
what it was. Yeah.
Bride toss. Yes,
I will say
that's
that
everybody.
Peter had the better speech.
I want an extra point for that because I called that
Who
shit.
called? Was it you, Chris?
Yeah.
Calling the bride toss directly into Lauren's hands.
Yes.
Literally a
Did
handoff.
Katrina tell you that ahead of time?
No, she's been mentioning it like numerous times.
I did choose the
Yeah.
song for that part, by the way, the wedding.
What was the song?
Another One Bites the Dust by Queen.
Oh, nice. Good call. Does the groom remove the cradle? No. All right. Do either smash the cake in each other's face?
Did not.
Did not.
No.
That's a nose tease. Clink the glasses to got the couple over under.
Nobody got that one.
We didn't do it once
Can we talk about
because we weren't next to each other.
the clinking the glass at the rehearsal dinner?
Oh yeah, that was awkward.
Katrina immediately was like, "This is not happening. No, I know about the bet. It's not happening." We're like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, no, that was. We all looked at each
Some-
other like,
I think Pat later on kindly let me know, or maybe it was Lauren, where somebody would let me kindly know that Katrina's goal was for me to lose this, and I was like, I don't. Why me?
Oh man, she must have
Exactly.
heard it.
She's like, fuck that Chris guy.
Yeah.
Anybody know the exact time of the last call? I think it was like
It was
right up to 11.
10:45.
Huh?
It was 10:45 because I knew that before the wedding
Oh, I
started.
definitely got it.
I knew that last week.
No,
After
Joe
that.
won.
You guys
Joe
were all
was-
around it. You
were
gave your
10:40.
times. You gave your
Joe
times-
has won this game, by the way.
When you guys your times last week, I knew the time it was already, and you guys were like literally all 5
I'm gonna
minutes
assume
around
it probably wasn't 10:40, but
That's,
what's up
it was
for
supposed to be
5?
10:45 was
Yeah.
the last call.
That makes that's good. How many cheers from Pat?
How many cheers?
Yeah,
Did I count
Oh,
it?
I don't.
I
think
didn't give a ton,
Pat
I don't feel like.
No.
Really threw,
I don't
maybe
think-
like 2 or 3. Maybe.
I feel like if I
we
think
threw
there
out
was-
tons.
I think it was
of
around
cheers.
5.
Joseph, you are the man. He had. I think he literally won probably 75% of these.
Way to go, Joe.
You know, a married man should probably know
Joe-
the wedding over unders.
Joe, pretend that this is a round of applause for you. It's not on here anymore.
What happened? Oh, there. Oh, yeah.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Just like little.
Yeah.
Great job, Joseph.
The best question: did you guys have fun?
Pat, I was just about to say, Pat, your wedding was a blast.
Oh, it was an absolute
100%.
blast. The whole weekend
it was all right.
I was pleasantly surprised with how, because you were playing it so close to the vest. The whole
Well,
any
that gives you
question,
plausible deniability if you had a shit time.
yeah, which
True.
annoys me because you knew everything we were asking you and you blatantly lied about all of it.
I
leading
called
up
that
to-
out. I called
didn't
that out
lie.
during the day too.
Didn't know anything about the music. Dude's talking about all the music he just gave the DJ tonight.
Well, if you didn't like the music, you know,
told-
I've been taking notes at all these bars we go to. I'm like, I like that song. I like that song. I like that.
Joe,
song.
I told you. I'm like, literally, Pat cannot be wrong. I was sitting there. I'm like,
true.
Pat keeps telling everybody, I don't know, because if something goes wrong, Pat can just be like, it wasn't on me. I didn't tell him anything.
I'm
I
gonna pull
would-
Shaggy. It wasn't
yeah.
me. It wasn't me.
It wasn't me. I'm not gonna lie. I thought because
What
how
the
great
sweet
Pat
Jesus.
did, great Pat did. Oh, I really hope I got the right one. I think this is the Kosh.
Dry hop? Where's dry hop at?
That's,
sir?
It says Kolsch
that's
on it. It says
huh?
Kolsch up here.
Yeah, it's a Kosh. Then yeah, this is good. Really good. You'll like it, Chris. I promise.
Where's dry hop, sir?
So on Southport, no, not Southport. I'm sorry, Clark, by where Lauren used to work or live. We went to a sushi place,
Okay.
and I think you've been to try. It's a great place.
It's very hoppy.
Yeah.
Dry hop. I recognize. Oh wait, we were.
It sounds
here.
like
Yes,
a
it's, you
familiar
know
name.
where,
I just can't
you know where
remember.
the Laugh Factory is, Chris?
Yes.
Right next to the
like
Laugh Factory.
Belmont?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right next to the Laugh Factory.
Okay.
What were you gonna say though before the beer? You said Pat did.
So Pat did such a tremendous job on the music.
Yeah.
That he didn't need a DJ. He choreograted that, like he. That was all him.
You know, the guy.
I know he mixed it right, but you gave him all the songs.
I gave him a very specific direction what I wanted to hear.
Could I? So if I was to get married in a very short time, could I just,
Copy and paste the playlist.
or could I just do my own playlist? Like
I mean,
some of the
You
shit.
can if you want to, yeah. If you
Oh
want.
yeah, you can totally
Just
be
do
like,
my own
these
thing.
songs.
Yeah.
But also, like, here's one thing the guy also did. Like, the guy also does. He did like the music and the ceremony stuff and all like the cocktail hour. And he did. He plays all that kind of stuff too.
Yeah, he does like MCing a little
Yeah.
bit.
And he also keeps you on track, like with like, hey, we're doing
Yeah.
this time, that time.
Little tip for you, gentlemen that are not married. Sarah's certified to do marriages, so save a couple bucks just to have Sarah do the ceremony.
Oh, there you
Not
go.
gonna do it
How
for-
dare you suggest that?
I thought the guy we did was good.
Oh, he was great.
Oh yeah, he couldn't have gotten there out of there any quicker, Pat.
He wasn't that
He didn't even
expensive.
get a marriage license signed. That guy should not get paid.
Actually, it's funny.
You're not married.
No, actually, in Illinois, you're not required to have signatures, so we were married immediately.
Great.
He
already-
was like,
Once
nah.
he-
I remember hearing that. I was like, oh wow. This
All
is
he
like
had to do was sign it and mail it in. Like, that's good.
The nice thing would have been maybe have a drink with the bride and the groom who are paying you.
It was funny because we invited him.
Oh, wait, he left?
We
He
invited,
left immediately.
Yeah,
He did not
we
really
invited him to both
immediately.
the wedding and the rehearsal dinner and everything.
Rehearsal
And
dinner.
he just wasn't.
He left during the rehearsal.
Yeah, he immediately was like, "Bye." He's like, "I hate
Oh,
these people."
I figured he had something going on maybe on that Friday night that he couldn't do it, but
And I didn't say sorry. The only reason I threw Sarah out is because she can do it and it'll save her a couple bucks. Not saying anything
No,
against
it's
the guy.
great.
The whole wedding ceremony was great. Like he did what he had to do. It's just hilarious that
Yeah.
he hit the
The-
eject
Yeah,
button.
That's
he was
super
gone.
nice.
He was gone faster than like.
Yeah.
He's
he was
gone
gone
faster.
faster than Dave Collis in that steak that he had.
He's gone faster than Uncle Tom. Irish
Yeah.
goodbye in the wedding.
Yeah.
There were a few Irish goodbyes for Pat's wedding, unfortunately.
Yeah,
No,
I have no idea when John Jacob left. Sorry, John. Hope you had to enjoy yourself.
but I like.
Because I think I was doing
yeah.
pictures when John was leaving, and I had like.
Well, no, he
yeah,
ate
pictures
dinner and then he
later
booked
pictures.
it.
Because I had,
John stayed out on the dance floor.
Oh yeah, you're right. He did. He had a couple
Because
songs.
I had,
yeah.
I had pictures right during cocktail hour, and then the guy's like, "Oh, well, we should go outside because they have all those lights and stuff on like outside the hotel." It's like, "We'll do some night shots." I'm just gonna go treat him like these need to end.
That's how I
They're
was.
playing bangers, baby.
That's-
These need to end.
I'm not even
all
joking.
you see is the twist come on, and you see Pat.
I know.
You
I
see
just-
Pat.
I heard it. I'm like,
you
it's a
see
twist.
Pat- you see Pat at the top of the stairs turn back. You see him looking at me, Big Mike, like I want to be there.
And I was like, this is what this was a point that I wanted to be other Big Mike.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
such a similar thing. You're jamming to the music and they're like, let's have one last round of photos. And you're like, no,
Not nice.
no.
That's bullshit.
I don't want any more.
And then he's
I
like,
wanna
then he's like, let's do a few by the library. I'm like, I'm gonna kill this guy, Katrina. I'm gonna kill this guy. I'm hearing the music playing in the background. Like, I am going
Katrina
to
posted
kill
some
this guy.
photos. Great photos.
Oh yeah, you
Beautiful
look
photos.
great. You
But I'm
guys look
saying that,
great,
like,
yeah.
we're the outside ones, I could tolerate it. Like, okay, they're cool. It's outside. This is kind of a cool thing with the lights and everything. But we're in the library, and I'm like hearing the music when I can literally hear the songs playing.
Like,
and I'm
somebody open that fucking window right now.
and I'm like,
just
I'm like,
angry.
I want to be on the dance floor. I want to be on the dance floor. I want a couple Coors Lights in my pocket.
Those are some of the best photos because your jawline was so tight.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure you can see me. I'm like, I want to get out of here.
All those muscles.
He's like,
Who's grinding?
it's like look at her, kiss her, look at her, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to kill you if you don't get me out of here soon, dude.
I'm gonna make one phone call. Peter and Chris are gonna come back here. They're gonna pick you up, and I'm gonna go drink Coors Light.
I'm hearing the music playing. I think one of them was shut up and dancing. I'm like, this is fucking bullshit.
We ended up
So good.
at Enjoy.
Oh yeah.
It was almost like a bummer compared. I mean, your music
Oh,
was
it was
so
an
good.
absolute bummer.
Best-
Your
I
music
was
was
toasted
so
enough
good.
that it didn't matter to me at that
Best
point.
part
but
of that story, when you told me on the next
Yeah,
day,
I told
I
Pat.
come home, I look at Trina, I'm like, do you know what your friends did on the wedding? She's like, go to bed, and I'm like, nope. They went with the McGraws and Joe and Hamilton to
And Frank.
enjoy.
And
Katrina-
Mark.
And Mark. And
All the Hamiltons,
And Katrina
Max.
said her response, and I quote, get the fuck out of here. No fucking chance. I'm like, text him. She's like, didn't happen. I'm like, Chris McGraw, why would he lie about
yeah, I
this?
have no reason to lie.
And
They
she-
were in the car with me and Joe.
And she texted him, and she's like, oh my fucking God.
They had a good time.
Yep.
And Lauren came too.
Lauren Davis.
Lauren had a ball.
LD.
It's funny because I'm like, do you want to go to bed? And she's like, she looked at me and she's like, the night's not over. And I was like, it's a bold statement, kid. It's a bold statement.
I was truly blown away coming to the after party, which was so cool.
Oh.
I
Oh.
expected.
area.
I'm not gonna like we severely underestimated the number of people that were going to go to the.
I know.
Dude.
Nobody got any pizza.
I got one slice. I
got a
turned around
slice,
and it was
yeah.
all gone.
Oh yeah, I came out. I definitely was
Because I told
in
the guy
wrong area.
I expected like 70 people, and it was like 100 and like
Oh, yeah.
almost 100.
I
people
walked
probably.
out on the stage like on accident trying to get to this bar. So I'm like I don't know, 6-7 feet in the air compared to everyone else.
Oh, you went around the
There
bar.
are tons of people here.
No one wanted to leave.
This
Yeah,
honestly was like, it was like a proper bar setting. All these people just happened to be at the wedding, but it filled up the bar like it was.
Yeah, did
the
not
bar.
expect that many people to be at the after party.
The best point of that too. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have a Coors Light drinking problem. We emptied
You
Coors Light 2 nights in a row.
I wouldn't say it's some people call it a drinking problem. I got no problem drinking at all, Peter.
Not Coors Light, as indicated
Billy
on
Currington
Saturday.
would say, I'm pretty good at drinking.
And so they truly underestimated the amount of Coors Light that could be drinking in one
I
night.
told them, I warned them. I'm like, you gotta get.
We cleared them out at the rehearsal dinner.
We cleared them out at the wedding.
They added like 5 cases to
Cleared
the
them
wedding.
out.
I'm like,
Yep.
you're not.
Pat was clear like as
We
that
brought
Saturday
another
morning.
24. Lauren bought a 24, and I brought
And that
down.
was gone, too.
And we cleaned that one out. So we get to the bar, and they have one solo case of Coors Light left, and they're selling them. And Chris got so pissed.
I was so mad I was ready to buy the whole entire case.
He's like, "Are you kidding me? I'm sitting out here looking at some stupid Blue Moon, and you got Coors Light sitting here ice cold."
You know what I was mad about? I
get it.
I was more mad about the fact that it was like 10:30 and they pulled the tubs off the table, and I went to a bar to get another beer, and they're like, I'm like, I like a Coors Light, and they're like, we don't have any more Coors Light. They're saving it for the after party, and I'm like, so I had to get a Miller Light.
That's what I ended up with.
And
2
then
Miller Lights.
and then I
was
ended
like,
up
where the
having-
fuck did the Miller Lights
They got
came from?
Peroni. They had Peroni.
And then I ended up having to pay for Coors
Coors
Light.
Light, oh, that's true.
What the
Yep, I get it. That would piss me off too. I'm thinking about it now. It's making me a little angry.
It made me angry. It's
That's a
it's
greedy
bad.
move. That is
I was.
they knew they could have gotten.
They knew exactly what they were doing.
I was wondering how I gave Uncle Tom a Miller Light. I was like, this is his cup of tea right here. Where the fuck did these come
Yeah,
from?
exactly.
I didn't even realize until I gave him one.
I
that
told
was-
Jacob there was Miller Lite at the wedding. And he's like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I was so hot. I was like, and then the guy's like, you got to pay for the Coors Light. I'm like, I was, what? my brain, like the circus just were like on fire at that
It didn't
stage.
go.
I'm like,
Didn't go.
I mean, we're all a little drunk too at that point.
Yeah.
Let's be
Oh,
honest.
a little.
A little drunk.
Me and Joe, I think, each put down probably 2 or 3 Jaegers.
Oh, that's a given.
I did a
For
Patron
sure.
shot with Dave Ortiz and Tony.
That's
don't
not
know.
good. That's
I
where
felt
that
like-
bad hangover
yeah.
comes from.
Yeah, that's
We-
right.
That
That's
was
where-
my Sunday.
That's where I went
And-
off the rail.
Pat.
It really went off the rail when me and Joe
Pat didn't
pocketed.
wanna- Go ahead.
It really went off the rails when me and Joe pocketed about like 8 Jaegers, and then we were just passing them out to people.
By the way,
and then,
Reno and the guy that did my wedding were like became like best friends by the end of the night there.
What
then-
do you mean? The guy? Did you?
The guy that cooked all the food in like the restaurant under there. Like
Oh, okay.
Him and
Oh,
Reno.
really?
Him and Reno were
Oh,
like
is that where Reno was
Him
at?
and Reno were like best friends by the end of the night.
What happened to Reno?
I don't remember seeing Reno for much of the night. By the way,
He eventually came to enjoy,
Somebody had a good time.
but he was in a completely different outfit. Although his T-shirt did look very similar
To
in
his
terms of like the pattern of his.
It was hilarious. I forget
button-up
who,
shirt.
I forget who it was. Somebody the next morning was
But I was
talking
like,
to
you
me.
changed? Like, dude, we're all in our suits and all of
Yeah.
us are still
Oh.
wearing our vests.
It was so
care.
funny. Someone in the morning was talking to me. They're like describing one of my. They're like, "Oh, I was talking to your friend last night. Such a good guy, nice guy." And I'm like, "Who? Like tall guy?" They're like, "No." I'm like, "Well, that eliminates a lot of them."
Yeah. yeah.
I'm like, "Brian," because Brian's not like
No, he's
super
not tall, yeah.
And I'm like, he's like, "No." I'm like kind of like coiffed hair.
tequila cokes.
And then they're like, no, like they oh, it was her cousin. Like I was one of her cousins was like smoking.
Oh.
That should have been the
Yeah.
that should have been
Yeah.
the flag for me, but it didn't click at that point. And they're like, like he had like a patterned shirt. I'm like, a patterned shirt, like, what?
Charlie.
No, that's what I was like.
Yeah,
no,
right,
but,
yeah.
Charlie had like a.
No, I know. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Charlie looked good. He had a suit on. He looked nice. And
Charlie
I'm
looked good,
like,
yeah.
And then I'm like, and then she's like, slick back. I'm like, fucking Reno.
Yup.
Got it.
Got it. Nailed it.
Yeah. No, it was honestly a wonderful time. It's great to see. You know what I keep thinking about though is if I'm getting married soon, I don't think Lauren's family's ready because you guys both have decent size, but you don't have big families. Mm-hmm. Lauren has a huge family. I have a huge family. They've never seen Chris or I like this. My
Yeah.
uncle has. My uncle has tried to explain things to some people, and they don't believe it. And it is going to be
they're
an eye-opener.
they're about to find out.
I think some of my friends from grammar school are going to be like, "Who are these guys?"
Much.
Oh, they're definitely, especially with me. They're gonna be.
I know.
Like,
I know.
what
My
the hell's
cousins
wrong with
haven't
this
seen
kid?
me in like 10 years. Some of them, and then they were not ready for that dance floor.
Go ahead, Joe. Everybody's keep cutting you off.
Oh
buddy.
no! I was gonna say much like Katrina's aunt. We're gonna get them going.
You know, it's nice though. Nice. I had Joe's wedding. Joe kind of got our family a little like they kind of knew what the vibe was going to be.
Yeah.
Yup.
Yeah. Hey, Chris, how about you meet somebody and get married real quick, and then I can have a.
I was thinking.
No,
I legit was thinking, I was like, we should do one of these like every couple years. Not like a wedding, just invite our friends.
Yeah.
Get a hall, hire a DJ, and just fucking get wasted with
Just
like
rage?
40 people and throw. Yeah.
Let's go to La Villa. We'll go to La Villa over there.
Joe, I'm not even kidding you.
Can we invite Uncle Tom and Aunt Nancy so they can try to fight each other? That could be the main card.
They can go.
Can I? And we could. You know, we could make this up. We could just figure out a charity that we all sponsor.
Oh,
like
yeah.
adoption or like homelessness.
I'm
or
sure it'll be
something.
much if you don't mention the word wedding.
No. But I'm saying like so maybe we do something good out of this. But in the reality, we just want to get wasted and dance.
Yeah.
And
So
throw a party.
you're saying like
Yeah, I
you
got
get
it.
people throw
Yeah.
some
Like,
money.
like almost like a little gala.
Do something like that.
100%.
Set it up like 6 months in advance.
Yeah.
Let everyone know, and then you get everyone back to do it again.
Yeah.
Like, because, you say, well, maybe the holidays, but like,
No.
they're going to do their holidays with us. Just pick like a Saturday night, rent
Oh, yeah.
out a hall, maybe
Yep.
do something like La Villa where they have a hall and
Yeah.
a restaurant, eat your food, and then just go party.
I'm not
in
gonna
the
lie to
banquet
you. You
hall.
got to have all the Hamilton because that is.
Dude, the
Oh,
Hamiltons
the cru-
were
they're the
fucking champions.
gasoline to a fire.
Yup.
I love fucking.
Oh,
I love
easily.
fucking Kevin Hamilton.
Oh, Kevin's the best.
You talking about doing the Jaeger shots?
Yep.
I think I did like 2 of them with Danny at some point.
Oh, Danny's the best too.
Kevin
yeah.
Hamilton. The first thing I see him, like I see him after the ceremony.
Kevin Hamilton has so much hair.
and I see him, and he looks at me. He's like, "You ready for this, old man?" Because at Joe's wedding, I'm like,
That's
he called me an old man.
awesome.
I'm like, "Fuck you, let's go." And like we went like toe for toe at on Footloose or whatever. And I'm like, he's like, "You ready for this, old man?" I'm like, "Fuck you, let's go."
That is fantastic.
That's amazing. We got to get them out for just like a dinner,
Yeah.
just so it's not weddings. We see them and we use them for their funness.
Yep.
We can just skip Mark
If you-
Hamilton.
Yeah.
I busted Mark Hamilton's balls all night.
Mark
about
had a good time.
Oh
Mark's had
yeah,
fun.
he had a
I
blast.
told him that he got.
He made it to the Enjoy too.
Yeah,
Well, it's closer to his house, so you could probably enjoyed that.
That was Danny. 2 days a walk away from there by now.
yeah. Danny's in between like there and
Oh, he's
Lottie's.
over there?
Yeah,
Nice. Good
Yeah.
for him. Good for him.
Oh yeah, he's telling me that at the wedding. He's like, yeah, I live a couple blocks away now.
He's like, "I'll be there all night, guys."
Oh my god.
You know what's crazy? Brian and Gracia had dinner with Brian's mom in Oak Park the next day.
Really?
Max also we saw Max before he left. We had to get him his jacket, and he had
was having
brunch with his brother before his flight.
Oh,
and
wow.
they all looked
I'm not gonna lie.
Tremendously miserable.
The funniest meme of all the chain. I watched the chain in the morning. The funniest one I thought was Max was like, "How I feel," and
Yeah.
the
Oh, it was the chimpanzee with the
Absolutely
drink.
right.
Yeah, it was just like that was the perfect one.
I almost-
Absolutely.
I was.
the
I
perfect one.
remember like feeling like death and just giggling at that. And it's like,
I saw that. I was like, I don't feel like that.
No, not
but
at
I
all.
could
But
imagine
I
Max
understand
feeling
it.
like that,
I
and
get it,
I
I
know.
get it.
what
I
it
told
was
I
like.
told Peter I'm like that was by far the best one.
Oh yeah,
I
for sure.
had a good giggle on that one.
Can I say, getting Uncle Tom out of that place, get him into the car. We're a block away, and he starts going gurgling, and I was like, he starts spitting.
Joe's like, "There's a severe Uber charge if you puke on this
I pulled over to the side of the road. I opened the door. I was like, "Do you need to throw up?" He's like, and he just like goes out the door, and I was like, if you're gonna fucking throw up, you're getting the fuck out of this car. I was like, I was not in the zone. To
Joe's
be
like, "Please die,
to be
please
like a
die."
support- Yeah, there was no support at that moment. I was like,
Nope.
dude, if you hurl in this car,
You're gonna.
I
Die.
am gonna be so angry and just probably
I
throw
would
up
too.
as well.
I would be angry
I
too.
was like, dude, tell me to pull over. Get
yeah.
out of the car. Just lean
Be a
out.
gentleman.
Oh, dude, and then he did his business, and I was like,
That's crazy. He threw up the next day. He didn't even eat
it's
anything.
35 minutes back to the place, and it was a tense 35 minutes.
I can imagine.
I was
Sure.
so nervous.
Yeah, that
Just
right. Yeah.
Every gurgle, every burp, every just is it coming? Is it coming?
Just put him in a bed.
I got the weather tech, but motherfucker's
not good enough, not good enough.
Motherfucker's gonna fill up a goddamn bathtub.
Oh yeah, with all that beer.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, Joe. You look great though in your groomsman sunglasses and your Pat Lynch shirt.
Absolutely.
That was
Tremendous. And I can tell you were going for a cold walk to like just.
it was the best.
Oh yeah.
I went to go get Starbucks too, just get some
Yeah,
coffee,
yeah,
flush
yeah.
out the system and the sorts, get everything pepped up and
Yeah, I
ready
saw
to
that
go.
like 3 hours after you sent that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh yeah.
You know what's tough though? So it was Lauren's birthday.
I had a
Oh yeah, Peter.
Peter looked.
I felt so bad.
We
for
saw Peter on Monday, and Peter looked like he'd been through some shit on Monday. I look at Peter. I'm like, yeah, he's having a rough couple days here.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Listen. There's 2 things I gotta tell you the truth. This beer is hitting real nice.
Oh, I know.
I didn't have any. I had like a half a beer last night because I just ate too much sushi.
Yep.
And so like I didn't get any buzz, nothing. I just went to bed about 12. Felt great. This beer right here is hitting in spots that I didn't think it was going to. On Monday, if you hit,
Prom.
This one hit really nicely.
I'm ready to take a time machine back a week.
Yeah,
and
go get on that
right
dance
to
floor,
that
baby.
Between the blood loss and everything, yeah.
I'm gonna call my DJ up. I'll get him out here. Like, hey, let's go.
I'm not even
just
kidding.
in the basement here. We're all just sitting down here.
Oh, and I mean, throwing the Lottie lights.
Look at the lights, Lottie lights.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I got Jesus Christ. There's a few things I want to say, but so Monday, if you would have asked me if I was going to drink this weekend, I would have told you to go kill yourself.
Oh, I told Pierre, I'm like,
On Sunday, like I'm like I might not drink till Thanksgiving.
yeah, that's why I told Pierre, I'm like, we can take about a
Katrina's
3
like-
weeks hiatus from drinking.
Katrina's like, I didn't drink at all at the wedding. I'm like, Katrina, I drank enough for you, me, and somebody else probably.
good move, Katrina.
We probably drank enough for Katrina before the wedding started.
That's right. I was
Oh,
like, yeah.
yeah.
I drank.
Oh yeah. You know, okay, so that's one other thing I would think is if when I get married, the day of, I'm going to try to have something planned, like a little bit more. So it's not just the nice thing was what actually was a beautiful part of that wedding was the going to the tap house.
Yeah, well,
I thought that
it was
super
weird
nice.
because like
Going to get cigars.
Oh yeah.
Did you guys smoke?
No,
those?
nobody
No,
smoked
no,
them.
no.
And I accidentally left them in my suit coat. They're back at some warehouse right now.
No, they're in Trenton. They're in New Jersey.
You know who has their cigar still? This guy.
You know, it's interesting. Like the timing was so the timing was so off the whole day that if I had planned something, it would have been totally fucked anyways.
Yeah, it was weird.
Because we were on time for our first pictures, but the second we were like an hour early,
Yeah.
and then I made this weird time gap, and I'm like, well, am I going to do something else? Like at this point, you got to
I'm gonna and then the last thought a little bit here is I'm not gonna lie to you, when I was driving over here, I've enjoyed this shit out of these big groups and these and our Las Vegas trip was amazing. Pat's wedding was amazing. But goddamn, when Joe was ready to go for dinner with us and Pat threw out dinner, I was like, I'm so excited for a small knit group. Just having some beers and catching up.
100% get it.
And just maybe we'll go out to 1, maybe midnight, 1 o'clock, and we'll just listen and I was just so excited for that.
Much like Pat's vows, Pat and Katrina's vows to each other. I don't know who it was that said it to who, but at one point during the vows, somebody said, I can be off, I can just be me around you.
That was mine, yeah.
And I'm like, that's how I feel around you guys.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
100%.
You know, like Vegas, it's a big group. People try to hang with the gorillas, and then you just kind of have to watch out for them.
They see what we do, and they think, I can do that. And it's
Yeah.
easy.
It's easy. For one night, it's easy, Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pat said it the best. I'll never forget that. I forget what night it was, but I think it was Katrina and I forget what situation we were in. Oh, you know what it was? I'm sorry. It was your wedding, and it was the night before. We were out till 4 a.m. And me and Chris go for a run in the woods.
I fucking.
You guys get up and Reno, Brandon, a bunch of those guys look.
Reno looked like pure death.
Yeah,
Reno was death.
He was like,
Peter revived him.
We brought him back.
oh. That's what I was trying to do with Brian. I was like, listen, dude, you got to have a cocktail for Brian.
Yeah, I couldn't believe he was hurting. He was hurting at my wedding.
Oh, yeah.
It was like, I'm not trying to be a dick.
I
Like,
bought
you really
Nooners
do-
just for Brian at the wedding. Like literally, that was the only reason I got him. Like Katrina, we got to get him for Brian.
He was so hungover on your wedding
Yeah,
day.
I know
It was like,
this.
you need to
He
like.
showed up for literally like the last part of like the pictures.
You know what's funny? I didn't realize. Like, we went late night for my wedding both nights.
Oh, yeah, till
Friday
4 in the morning.
and Saturday till 4.
I'll never forget talking to Max till like 4:30 on that Saturday.
That Saturday.
Remember
we hung
Joe's
out in the
hotel
lobby.
bar? There's supposed to be an old
and then
lady.
we
Wasn't
came
an old
back.
lady?
Oh yeah, and then we came back and somebody
sat in the
brought
lobby.
Coors Light
Yeah.
down, and we drank Coors Light in the lobby. Yeah,
And we just, I talked to Max about life for an hour. It was insane. But Pat said it the best that Saturday morning, and he looked at Reno and he's like, "And you think this is easy?" And not Max. I'm sorry. He looked at Reno. And he's like, "You think this is easy?" And Pat's like, "Oh, you guys, what's wrong? Why aren't you guys dying?" And we're like,
Yeah, Reno the whole night before. He's like, "You pussy, you got to drink more. What are you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, I know what I'm doing. Do you know what you're doing?"
It's like we found the
cheat code.
fountain of youth in a sense.
"Oh yeah."
Not like, hey, our age is reversing, but we are not getting hangovers no matter how much we drink.
No. Well, where you go wrong is you go in and
If you stay in your lane,
Yes, Coors Light And maybe a little bit of Tito's.
Yeah, I knew what
Yep.
I did. I knew.
Don't
I knew what
overedge on the Tito's.
The night of
You throw in a Patron shot, you're gonna die.
I remember buying the
Yes.
Patron shot and being like, "This is gonna be a poor choice,
Then-
but we're gonna do it. It's my wedding."
the night of I also thought the Jaeger was gonna fuck me up.
I
but
thought so too, but it wasn't so
you
bad.
know what's funny? The Jaeger shot you gave us when you did your speech, the Katrina like downed on the bottle. I couldn't get out of the bottle, so I put it in a glass and I looked at her. She's like, "You're already done." Like, now I feel like a bitch.
I saw that. I was like, "Man, what are you doing pouring?"
I couldn't. It wouldn't go. And I'm like, okay.
Me and Joe are standing at the table, just like, all right.
By the way, haven't seen little mini shots in a glass bottle.
Tremendous.
I don't know how long.
Oh no,
I don't.
great.
I don't know if that's a
So
normal
when
Jaeger
you
thing.
when you say shakeout, and I got one off one of your guys' balls.
Oh,
Tremendous.
no, those are like the little like glass bottles. No, we had a little bit bigger. We had like the pint size. Those are like little shot size.
Goddamn, what we are so blessed with the amount of just.
Alcohol
Good
that we
to-
can
yes.
tolerate and have a decent day the next day.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, the fact that we drank like 2 cocktails, maybe like 8 beers before the service started, and we were still
I'm not gonna
functional.
lie, the best-
where it would have killed
yeah.
everybody else.
The
Yeah,
best decision I made of the wedding, of the whole weekend, was taking Monday off.
oh that was a good move.
I
thought about that.
I mean,
That was
my
a great
work
move.
week was absolutely miserable after that, but that Monday, I enjoyed the fuck out of it.
Yeah, that's a great move.
I flew to Vegas Sunday night.
Yeah, God bless you, Joe. I don't know how you did that.
I thought that too.
When I
And-
saw-
but you went
I'm
out
not-
Monday night.
Joe-
When I saw your Snapchat on Monday, I'm like, I looked at it, I'm like, this dude's a fucking animal.
Joe
He's a
is
fucking animal.
no, you don't understand. Joe was messaging me and Peter on Snapchat while we were at the
Yeah,
gym
shit,
at
man.
6:30 in the morning.
Pat's not gonna drink that Coors Light. Send that.
Oh yeah, share it up.
yeah, sure.
I'm not gonna lie, Joe, I saw you, whenever DJ
you
you were at Joe on there, I'm like, looked at it, I'm like, man,
Sorry, Joe.
that's
Sorry.
impressive.
Here's-
I thought
okay.
all I thought was that's impressive.
Okay,
And Joe's trying to BS me and Peter. He's like, I'm not drinking. Yeah, okay. This is our first
He's
rodeo,
with
pal.
some guy like this, and
Okay.
Joe's like, this guy's gonna die tonight.
Okay, here's what happened. So
Pass it to Chris. Yeah. It's a little foamy, Chris.
That's okay.
bought. Did you split it like between
Yeah,
3?
three.
All right,
yeah.
sorry.
If you don't want it, please.
Oh
don't.
no,
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
happily,
yeah.
happily. So Sunday flew out to Vegas, no issues. I was tired. I was
Yeah,
definitely
that's
tired.
it.
Checked in. It was like 9. It was probably about 11 o'clock before when I got back. When I got into the room and I just went
You
straight
had
to
that crap
bed.
table Joe
Where
on the
you
field.
where were you staying at, Joe?
The Venetian.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
nice.
nice.
A beautiful hotel, very lucky. Wouldn't stay there otherwise, but it is
Yeah.
gorgeous. The rooms are really nice.
Too expensive for us.
Yeah, no, I only get it because of work. Next day, wake up Monday. I'm like, you know what? There's no fucking chance. Like, Tiesto's here on Monday night. Like, there's a bunch of
Joe's like,
clubs
I'm going to
open.
bed.
I don't think I'm gonna
Got my
do it.
Xbox with me.
I don't think I'm gonna do it. And there was like a cocktail hour that they were hosting that night for like it's there's like 3,000 or 4,000
Joe's
people.
like,
at
I'll have
this
one.
thing,
I'll have
so-
one Tito's and Sprite. This is how I feel.
Well, that's exactly okay. So
Give me
they
that sippy
had
cup, Tito's and Sprite.
last
Can I
year.
get that big gulp? Can I get that big gulp from the Omnia, please?
Last year, well, yeah. Last year I said please and thank you to a lady, and she's like, I'm going to get you fucked up because you're one of the only people that say please or thank you. So she was like feeding me heavy
God.
drink. This year, no Tito's, no alcohol. It was just beer. And I was like, never mind. So called it, and then I was like,
Sitting in the
I don't
hotel.
like this. I don't like this.
I know.
Oh, it's so hard.
I
It's hard. It's so
shouldn't
hard.
drink.
It's so hard.
I know. I'm,
Joe went down
I'm
and said-
feeling the lag.
Joe went downstairs, sat in the casino, got some oxygen for like an hour.
I may have gone to Walgreens, bought a bottle of small Tito's, and then had myself, I don't know,
A big gulp of Tito's and Sprite.
a couple Tito's and Sprites in the hotel
I
room.
got myself feeling good.
While I
Start
was
texting up, start
while
texting
I
the
was
guys.
eating dinner, and then figuring out which club I wanted to go to, and then figured that out, and then stayed out till like
5 in the
3:30 in the
My
morning.
man!
Where I met a nice 22-year-old gentleman who was like, "Hey man, what?" He wasn't.
Wait, did you go by yourself to that club?
Yes, I did.
Oh,
Which
that
is
guy
Was that your coworker that you were with?
no, complete stranger I met that night. I met him. I met his buddies. They're all like 23 years old.
That's awesome, Joe.
They're like, how old are you? Like, where are you from?
Oh, I
What's your
thought,
story?
Joe, I'm not gonna lie. I thought that was your coworker. I could've
No.
swore that was your
I
coworker.
told
Oh.
him, I was like, how old do I look? He's like, well, we're 22. I don't know, 26. And I was like, yes, that is what I am.
That is my age.
And then
I'm not married, and I'm not 30
met,
something year old.
yeah, met a couple people throughout the night, met some characters.
Nice,
And then I was like,
nice.
dude, I'm a 33-year-old accountant. I'm here for work. And he's like, I would never have guessed that. So yeah, made some friends. And then I
for you,
had
Joe.
a
Good for
nice
you.
chicken panini. And then
Where was Tiesto at?
Zook, same place as last time.
Which is that
ZOUK.
at? Where's that at?
I believe it's in the
Holy shit, Joseph.
Cosmopolitan. I can't remember. I'll look it up.
What did we learn in the Las Vegas trip? You don't go to the Aria because you get lost and you never get to where you want to go.
Wow.
You never get out. You never get out.
You never get out. Once you get in, you never get out.
All right, Chris. Jesus. That is
I
insane.
almost went there because that was the club I went to last year.
Peter,
by
was
myself.
the Aria where we saw LMFAO? I think it was.
Yeah, LMFAO. Yep.
Yeah.
No, it's at Cosmopolitan.
Was that? Okay.
Yeah, you guys went upstairs. I remember you
So
showed
the
me.
Aria, you just
Good
don't go to
choice.
the Aria in Vegas, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, that was
It was. Listen, I went there last year. Great time.
Joe, you were
It's not
an
yeah,
absolute hero.
You're a mensch.
I can't believe I did it.
And did you just
I'm
take out?
like,
Did you sleep the rest
I
of
just
the
remember
week?
seeing that, Joe, and I'm like,
yeah. So then I went to the conference the rest of the day. Went to bed. Wednesday woke up. Got a full 12, 13 hours Wednesday. Going into Wednesday.
Yeah.
Flew home. Slept and then worked from home Thursday. Went to work Friday. It is. My days are so
I just
the
remember-
fact that
yeah.
it's Saturday right now.
I just remember seeing your
is
Snapchat, and
blowing my mind.
I'm like, fucking beast.
You know what's funny is you guys were talking about it in the chat, and I looked at my Snapchat history. I was like, "Motherfucker, I sent out way too many Snapchats." And then I made the friends I made.
I knew
had their Snapchats.
I don't know. I thought
I was in their
I
Snapchat.
mean, now knowing that's not your coworker, I thought it was like one of your coworkers. Like, they're like, oh, come on, Joe, and you're like, all right, fine, I'll go. But you just went out by yourself and found some random people. to
Me
hang
and
out
Peter
with.
were living vicariously through
Oh
you.
yeah,
It was-
We're running, just so miserable. Go Joe, go Joe, go Joe.
I mean, on Monday,
TSO,
Peter looked like death. And I walked to Allen Park. I'm like, damn, Peter, you
Listen,
look tired.
I felt like shit.
Oh,
I
yeah.
have felt like shit all week long.
you get on that
I felt
dragon,
like
Joe.
shit today.
Just get on
But
that
then
dragon,
you have
Joe.
a little bit
Oh,
of this magic juice, and all of a sudden you're like, wow.
It is
Life is
magic
good.
juice.
Life is good.
Yeah.
All right, Chris. I guess we got to do some tittle bitties and get everybody out of here.
Yeah, pretty much. Let me pull them up.
Well, I'm glad you guys had a good time at the wedding.
Oh,
Yes.
man.
Great job.
Tremendous.
It was awesome.
Great job, Katrina. You are a mensch. Pat had nothing to do with it. He never even thanked you. No one's thinking that, but we all get it. You got it, girl.
I picked the music, so.
Nice. All right, number one is unders are 4-0 in games played at 9:30 a.m. Eastern this season. The Colts are playing the Patriots in Germany. The over-under, 43 and a
Where's
half.
this
Ooh, that's not bad.
European games?
It's pissing me off too.
Huh?
That
It's pissing me off so much.
Was there a game in Germany?
Yeah,
two
this
last week, too.
There was
Last
one
week,
last
yeah.
week, and there's one this week.
Hey, NFL. It's an American sport.
Yeah, they don't care about our game.
Leave it, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, so take the under.
America.
Are Peter and I still alive in the survivor pool?
Who knows?
You supposedly, we took the week off last
All
week.
right, so we got to pick one, Peter?
Sure.
Oh, my phone's on charge.
And then
I'm taking the Patriots.
take the under in that game. Number two, this is a twofer for you. The Steelers are 3-0 outright and against the spread against teams with losing records this season. Also, all three games have went under the total. The Steelers are 3.5-point favorites over the Packers, and the over/under is 38.
Oh, should we maybe change that pick then, huh?
Yeah, that's why I said it was ballsy by you.
Ah,
I'm going to
Okay,
take
let's
the
change it.
Pittsburgh Steelers as my survivor pick.
There you go.
Mark it down, Chris.
I will not mark it down, but I'll keep it up.
Pat's definitely feeling those two big boys.
Yeah, these are feeling good.
And then the last one is the Vikings have covered 4 straight
Yeah, there is
games.
no board.
The Saints are 3-point favorites on the road against the Vikings.
Hey, Justin Jeffries, how about we stop being a pansy? I don't want to hear about my legs.
Hey, Peter.
How about my fantasy football team? Damn it.
Hey, don't
Peter,
correct his last name. Don't correct his last
Peter,
name.
just so you know, he's out tomorrow.
Well, I'll take- okay, so
Yeah.
let's recap here, Chris. We've got
the
the
under.
Peter's like, I hope you never come back.
You take the under.
bitch.
You take the under in the early
wait,
game.
wait, under in the Patriots Colts game.
Exactly.
Steelers are 3-0, so we're going to take the Steelers.
We're gonna take the
and we
Steelers.
can take the under if we want.
You can take the under.
Little side tape. So little side, little teaser on it, a little cheese,
a little side boob.
charcuterie board on it.
A little side boob.
That's good. And we're going to take the Vikings over. Who?
No, we're gonna take the Vikings to cover. They're 3-point underdogs.
Oh, okay.
Where the Vikings
Cover.
Huh?
Where the Vikings playing?
They're playing the Saints, and the Vikings are at home.
I like this. I
can
like the
see that.
Vikings
I
there.
can see that.
Okay, great.
reasonable.
Joseph.
Hey, I have one question before we get to
Please.
Joe's favorite part of the show.
I do have a
Did you
question
guys see
after
the over/under for the Iowa Rutgers game today?
It keeps getting they're lower up, keeps getting lower.
It's
It kept
insane.
It was at
It's insane.
27.5 to start the game. It was 3-0 at halftime.
Wow. Sorry, Joe. One last. Their defense is insane, and their
Iowa's offense is just
so
trash.
bad. But their defense is so effing good.
I've never seen an offense so bad.
I'm gonna try to look it up.
Last week it was 10-7 at Wrigley Field. You paid so much to go to Wrigley Field to watch that game. 10-7 game.
Here's the thing. You know what's crazy? At the half, Pat, the
0-0.
live but the live score of that game was 14.5. You could
somebody would score some points.
Yeah, well, no. So they update the in live betting.
Yeah.
And they changed the overall score from, I think it started at like
27.5 or something like that.
Yeah.
It started like crazy.
They had it at 14 and it just barely covered.
They were talking last week about, or they were talking earlier this week about how the fact that they were looking through like the records from like 2000 until now about like scores that had under 30 for like the over-under.
Yeah.
And they couldn't find any, but they could find 14 instances where the over-under for the first half was 28 points.
I mean, Iowa is just so bad at offense.
All right, I have two questions. One about what Peter just said, and then one about another
sports
completely separate football topic.
So I'm sorry. So in live betting, so they move the lines. So they watch how the games are
So
going.
you can place a bet throughout the
Yes,
game
yeah, 100%.
until like halftime?
Yeah, so let's say like the Patriots score right off the bat.
Yeah.
They're going to move that line. So they're going to move whatever it goes.
And how long do you have?
Until like as they're going, as the game progresses, they'll switch. They'll keep moving it all throughout. At halftime, they looked at the total score of the game.
Yeah.
They moved it from 27.5, I think, to like 14 points, and it just barely covered. The total points was 17 points or 17. And they had it at halftime where it was like the whole game would have been 14 points.
Is halftime the last time they moved the line?
Oh,
and
no.
you could
They'll
make a
do
bet?
it the whole time. It's in-game betting.
Yeah.
They'll move it all the whole game.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry. Is there anybody else that wanted to add to that
No.
before I ask my question?
Go ahead, Joseph.
Did you guys see the Bill Belichick video of him shirtless, possibly naked?
No.
No.
Are you serious?
No.
Oh
That's
my God.
As Joe
insane.
looked it up.
I'm about to treat you
A guy
gentlemen
I work with.
So Belichick's shirtless.
A guy I work with texted me on Friday or Slack me on Friday. He's
It's
like,
the
hey,
top thing.
I bet
Bill
on
Belichick
over
ring
under
video.
kicker points last night. He's like, hit. I'm a degenerate gambler, but it hit.
Wait, what did he say?
I work with a guy. He's always on the bet. He's like, hey, just so you know, I bet on the over under on kickers last night. He's like, and it hit real hard with the Bears. Made a nice profit on it.
Nice. That's good. Good for him.
So to give
Even with the missed 59er?
Yeah, even with that one.
some context to this, it's a ring video. It's Bill Belichick shirtless coming out of a house. Nobody really knows when this happened
Or why.
or where, but your boy Bill Belichick leaving shirtless doing a walk of shame somewhere.
Like it.
Oh, out of a woman's home?
Out of a house. Who knows? I don't know if he's married. I don't know
I
anything.
think he has a girlfriend.
Oh,
No. Him and his
But
girlfriend.
this is playing on repeat there for you, Chris.
Maybe he likes to do swinger
It's
stuff.
it's only like a 10, 15-second video.
least he's got pants on.
slowly closes that screen door. Didn't want to make a noise. No shirt on, and just walks out.
what a champion.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
So your boys are welcome.
All right, so let's get to the Joe C. Lock of the Century of the Week.
I'm picking the Buffalo Bills to beat the
On
Denver
Monday
Broncos.
Night Football.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Okay. And we're gonna end this beautiful
Here,
podcast.
you need to pick your survivor pool pick.
I did Patriots, buddy.
Oh, thank you.
We're gonna end this
Your
beautiful.
boy Belichick.
So me and Peter will both be out next week when the Steelers lose and the Patriots lose.
Nice.
We're gonna end this beautiful podcast on some feel good stories, as we always do. All right. So we're gonna start with Native American headdress set to be returned to the Blackfoot homeland after century in the UK museum.
Nice.
Also,
Like it.
England has so much stolen valor. It's insane.
How do the UK get a?
Well, they-
He said
You
he
know,
stole it.
Well, no.
Probably early on.
because the
when they were
U.S. is the
here.
ones that fuck those people up, not the.
no.
British.
Well, but where did they come from? England.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everything went back to
Somehow
England for a
back,
long
yeah.
time. Yeah.
Interesting.
Good. Wait, let's see. Oh, okay. Good, like cardio habit. So good cardio habits can knock 6 years off your biological age.
Hell,
Chris, we
yes.
must be like 5 years old at this
What
point.
do you-
yeah.
what-
We're
what do you
killing
think-
it.
What's considered a good cardio habit?
You know what, Pat? Good question. I'll look in here real quick. Let's see.
Probably
Because like the recommended cardio is like 25 minutes a day, 5 days a week. That's like a recommended kind of cardio.
Okay, let's see here. Let's see. That higher cardio health is associated with decelerated biological aging. But what can you do? Let's see here. Let's see.
probably has to do with like a high VO2 max.
All right, great. They don't really give you any options, Pat. Sorry.
All right, well, fuck them.
Just
Damn
do
it.
cardio.
Just run your ass.
Well, I'm still doing good. So
Yep.
Oh,
Zone
Jack
two-
Russell becomes surrogate mom to 6 abandoned kitties, feeding them with her own milk.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Wow, this is crazy.
What a hero.
Special
dogs don't have
toothpaste could end severe peanut reaction to people with allergies.
A
Whoa.
toothpaste?
Special toothpaste. Wow, that's insane.
That's kind of interesting.
All right, let me give
It's
you
like
one
it's like a
more.
soap from last week.
It sounds like something almost like 007 like.
It's almost like the soap from last week we were talking about, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, for the cancer stuff. Yeah.
That was awesome. I got 2 more. The university creates 2-year debt-free college degree to help unserved students.
That's
That's
good.
nice.
About damn
that.
time a college did that.
Especially
You don't-
because a lot of them have to get like an associate's to even do
Like
manual
basic,
labor
yeah.
type work. Yeah. Good for them.
And this is going to be, and I want to update on a story that we've talked about previously, but Indonesia says that 500,000 acres of palm plantation will be turned back into forest. Palm plantation, so like you hear palm olive, it's not the dish soap, but palm olive is used in so much like soaps. And
Like cosmetics, right?
yeah, it's insane. And they destroy massive forest, and that destroys habitat for all types of animals. And Indonesia is but it's a huge crop for poor nations. Like, and it only grows in certain areas. And so like it's bad, but it's it's good for the
So
It's good for them and bad for the world.
So
Yeah.
Indonesia's like, screw the money, we're gonna make it right.
Well, but there's also our people are like realizing how bad it's like cattle farming. Like where you're destroying the Amazon for cattle ranching. They're realizing like, hey, we need these habitats. We need the trees. We need the forest.
Peter,
We
we
need
like
it.
our prime ribs, man. We like that steak.
I get it, but so so people are really trying to figure out other alternatives to palm oil.
Nice.
Okay. Lastly, so we talked about this probably in 10 episodes ago. There was a lady who was squatting. She Airbnb
oh yes, the Airbnb.
Yep.
in California in this beautiful mansion.
Yep.
Decided to squat because the guy did not have the right to rent
I'm
the
excited
place.
for this update.
Yep. This is she was in the like
Side house.
Yep.
second side.
But the
of
side
guest
house is right
guest
out,
house,
right
right,
out
guest
next
house,
to
yep.
his daughter's.
Coach house, guest house.
Yes, coach house right next to his daughter's bedroom.
Did he
unfortunately.
launch the coach house into the sun?
He burned it. Gasoline.
yes.
He
Get
burned
the
it.
fuck
no,
out.
I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
I'm just kidding. Jeez, Pat, relax.
To the ground. She goes outside.
All right, all right.
She goes to get groceries and I
she-
burn it down.
No more beer for Pat.
Seriously. He
I'm high on life, boys.
he had a lawyer. He had his actual lawyer out. Or no, he had actually. I'm sorry. He had a newspaper in California that they were doing an article on this whole situation because they're about to go to court. She's suing him. He's suing her. 3 guys come onto his property. He's never seen before. He's like, "Oh crap, what is going on?" And they start moving her stuff out. And he's like, "What are you guys doing?" Like, he calls the cops. Everything's legit. They help escort everything off out of the place. Everything's out. He immediately changes the locks, locks
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Had the best weekend of his life, he said. His lawyer calls their lawyer to say, "Hey, should we just, what are we doing here? How do you want to handle this? Do we want to just cancel everything? We call it a day, bada bing, bada boom." She still owes him $52,000 back rent. He's kind of asking, "What are we doing here?" She said, her lawyer said, "It is wrong for you to think that I have left. You needed to fix the place. I had got my stuff out so you could fix it. Changing the locks is against the blah, 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 blah." So he's got peace of mind right now, but it potentially could still go to court, but he's got peace of mind.
So she's claiming that she left because it was not.
Yes,
livable.
there was mold and there's all types of stuff, and he needed her to fix it.
Not gonna let her back in. Not gonna let her back in.
no, absolutely not.
She's
I
never come
mean,
back
I
in.
don't know what the laws are in California, but I feel like
She's done.
She's gone.
And now it'll end up in court. And
Possession
figure out
is
where it's
9
gonna
tenths
go.
of law.
But I think honestly, we'll end is if he
He's
lets
not
her.
gonna- he's not gonna get any money.
Yeah, if he doesn't get any money, she doesn't get any money. Bada bing, bada boom. We'll call
Just
it.
call it
I
quits.
mean,
at
if I
that
was him,
level
I'd be
of
excited
wealth.
she was out. Like, it was kind of like,
Yeah, that's it. I'm taking it. Yeah, I'm taking it as a win-win this
And
one.
now he feels comfortable with his daughter outside.
That's a great peace of mind is priceless.
As we're about to buy the 4th property, these things type scare the crap out of me.
Yeah, exactly.
But
And on
But
that,
wait, what?
and then on that note, Peter's gonna say, ring the bell, subscribe, email him.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again here for joining us on a beautiful Saturday night pregame. This was a fun one, boys. Do us a favor.
send Pat Lynch an email. Congratulate him.
Yeah, congratulate him.
Just
He's
married.
so waiting for it.
Just married.
Check or do us a favor. Subscribe like, hit that notification. It helps us out. We've had a ton of new subscribers. We appreciate it. Hope you guys are listening, not just for our stupid snaps on or stupid shorts during the week.
But if
Check
you
out
are,
the
we
podcast.
also love you.
Yes, we do, really, truly do appreciate it. Hopefully this YouTube is way better than the last couple. Do us
We're
a favor.
working on it. Give us a
Hey,
break.
like our good buddy said, there's no party like a pregame party. Do us a favor. BioSteel, Liquid IV, ibuprofen. You're going to have a great time. And have a great week.
Let's get it, guys. Bye. Dun, 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 dun. That button doesn't work. Dun, 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 dun.